Hey everybody, it's good to see you all again. This segment is just to kind of let you guys know what is going on in this episode. So, in this episode, there is a situation. Towards the end, or anywhere in this episode, there is a blank. That means there's no sound coming in the episode, and you might think that is your fault. That is my fault. You can blame me, say it was my fault, because that is an editing problem, and that's because of recording and the recording platform that I use. If that happens to be in the episode, if that's in it, what you need to do is to just disregard it. Don't worry about it. Consider it like an ad break. Consider it like a break. Consider it like we're taking a 5 minute break. Consider it like that. So, no freaking out. No need to worry. Make sure you guys enjoy the episode, enjoy what's in it, and y'all have a good one. And enjoy this one. Really enjoy it and have fun. And please disregard the blanks in there. Consider them breaks. Hope you guys enjoy this episode and thank you guys for understanding and for your cooperation. Hey, hey everybody, good to see you all again. This episode's gonna be epic. This one's gonna be epic because we have an epic return of Nami. You guys remember him? Say it to the world.
Yo, how's it going? It's your
Hey
boy.
Nami,
What's up,
good
man?
to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Thanks for returning. Thank you.
Hey, it's a pleasure, dude. Anytime.
Hi. To all the newbies out there who don't know Nami, why don't you run them down with a little intro?
Yeah, so been in rap pet since I want to say 2015, 2016. Started making music when I was 13. Back when I was at my parents' house. I moved out of my house about a few months ago in October. No, not in October, in like September, I want to say. And just been making music since. Took a break in between, but we're back.
Oh, sweet. Thank you for that intro.
Ayo.
Of course.
Oh,
Is my levels good? Are they good? Can y'all hear me right?
yeah.
Is it? Yep. I have you all the way up at 200 though, and it might be a little quiet if it was at 100.
Okay. Let me play with that. Is that better? But
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Alright, okay. Now.
Yeah.
I don't know how to start this, to be fully honest. This was just sprung on me like a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, well, I was telling Musically, look, I'm an open book. Any questions that you might have about anything, personal, music, whatever, I'm happy to answer. So, whatever you can think of, dude. Anything, dude. I don't care.
That's cool. That's awesome. All right. So this is kind of like a little progress, but also the first time that me and you ever got to do something like this. So let's start at the very beginning. So this will be a kind of a refresher to everybody, just in case people don't know you. So let's start off with this. So how did the journey with music start for you?
Music started for me. I moved to the U.S. when I was in the 4th grade. I moved from Mexico, from Tijuana, Mexico, and I moved up knowing no English, and so I was just listening to a bunch of like Mexican music. Then made my moves up to listening to like preppy, music that was popping back in the day, like fucking Young, like we are young, that whole track. Yeah, that was like one of the first like bangers in my head, right? And then I moved on to Eminem because there was this one girl in my class that like used to ride Eminem like crazy, and I was stuck on Eminem for a while. I started listening to a bunch of his old stuff and kind of and I realized I wanted to do a little bit of rap. And then by the time I was already in like I believe 7th, 8th grade, when my English was a lot better, I actually decided to start making stuff from my computer. I would like play my computer. I would play a beat on my computer, and I'll play so loud that the microphone on my computer would catch the sound, and then I would, on top of that, I would also rap out loud. So just this terrible quality of music, just so I could practice, flowing and whatnot. And yeah, eventually, when my wrestling coach saw that I, had a passion for it, he bought me a microphone, which is the same microphone that I'm using right now, and I've been using it since my sophomore year till now. Now that I graduated, and hopefully pretty soon here upgrading the microphone, but this one has some sentimental value to it, definitely.
That's
Oh.
an interesting backstory. Now,
Yeah.
personally, I can speak from experience of just starting off like on my own and then having people notice my passion, but that's a lot later. Thing is, how long have you been doing it from the start till now? How many years has it been?
I would honestly, it would have started in like 8th grade, so that's about 5 years now, 5, 6 years.
6 years. I've been rapping all in all, not even just like taking it seriously. I started rapping 3 years ago, and only very recently, like within the past year, is anyone starting to notice, like
Right.
including my family, they're starting to notice that I like making music, and I started off with a Chromebook. If you don't, you probably know what a Chromebook is.
No,
But
yeah, dude, I definitely get you. That's like with a fucking like computer,
yeah, it's a
school computer.
like a trash computer. You can't download any
Yeah.
music making.
Yeah, that's how it was too. So I feel that. That's exactly what I used to do too. It used to be a Lenovo. That's what the brand of the computer was. Wild times, man. Damn, I think Jack
Cool.
cut out.
Yeah, I think. All right. Let's move on because I don't want to have any blank spaces. So
Of course.
while he's fixing what's going on, so what was the trigger
Software.
point?
So I had to use this. I had to use this terrible music making software called Soundtrap.
No, you cut out really hard, dude.
What was that? I just said, Nami, have you heard 21 Pence? If you have, that's basically the style that I used to
I
have
think
back
I
when I
think
first started.
I've heard of the dude. Honestly, I knew him more as a writer than anything, and I think I've heard maybe one thing, and then I have not revisited it for obvious reasons. But
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, definitely.
So I was doing that routine, like making my own beats and rapping over them for like a whole year until I stopped recording and I started writing on Ratpad. And I think I have the specific day I started writing on Ratpad since I posted the same day I joined. May 25th, 2019 when I joined Ratpad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that's like close to 2 years ago. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. If and it goes. I mean, time goes by really fast. I mean, when I joined Ratpad, I had a. It's funny because that was like 2 girlfriends ago.
Measuring time and girlfriends, I get it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's 2 girlfriends ago, and look, I'm like living on my own now with my girl. So pretty crazy. Yeah, man. Time flies. Time flies. I never thought that I'd still be talking to people from Ratpad, especially like newbies, or like newcomers. I know that you guys don't consider yourself newcomers, but because you guys have been there for a minute. But like I was back. I wasn't Ratpad back when like it was really active. Now it's just a bunch of like 7-year-olds, So.
Yeah, of course. Ratpad is just like dying as like
yeah.
Like there are still cool people on there, but like there's no one on Ratpad
that I cannot contact through Discord. So
like it really doesn't the only thing I use Ratpad for on a regular basis is writing, because
talk shit about the forums all you want, the writing
is like probably the best
thing I've come across in terms of writing lyrics, since I'm not
Mm.
like it's pretty organized. Like that's for like writing raps only, and
Yeah.
I'm not really good at organizing in Google Docs. So
Yeah, no, dude, I agree. I mean, that's honestly the only thing that keeps me coming back to Rapad is the fact that I have so much of my stuff written there that it's kind of became like the way that I produce music now. Like the way that I make music now is I get a Rapad, I play a beat, and I just write on there, and I
I
have my
gotta
structure that I like to write in and everything.
start like backing up my things from Rapad in case like Rapad ever like shuts down or in case
Right? Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, I get that. I should probably do the same thing, to be honest.
Just imagine Rat Pad shuts down one day and you
It
lose.
it will. It will eventually shut down unless Milton takes it over or something.
It'll-
Because Amir has not been doing great, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Rat Pad will shut down one day. Like nothing can really last forever. Like everything will shut down one day. Discord will shut down one day. YouTube will shut down one. Anything on the internet cannot last forever. But Rat Pad, I can see it not being a thing within the next 10 years. I'd give
Yeah, I
it
mean, I don't know. I think it. Well, time passes, people get older, right? So all the people that are here making music, writing, who knows? Maybe a good like 20 of these people will actually eventually pick up a microphone and start making music. That's my hope for the website. That is one thing that it has going to it is that the kids that are on Rapad are on Rapad all day, every day. So if they grow up and they start making genuine music and they look for people who came out of here to for support or
Yeah.
guidance, it's there.
Let me tell
So
you, I can speak from the perspective of someone who just joined Ratpad, and since like I'm not, I haven't been on Ratpad long enough to where that's too far away, but I've been on here long enough to where, like,
I'm pretty mature now compared to back then. But when I first joined Rapad, like mid 2019, it was really toxic. Like first thing that happened is like comes in like the retard comments just and
yeah,
like even though at the time that fucking sucked, I do kind of credit like Ratpad being so fucking mean to me maturing a tiny bit quicker
yeah,
because
and I mean,
I had to learn
yeah,
how to
I
deal
get
with
that.
it,
Yeah, yeah,
sooner
yeah,
like sooner rather than later.
yeah, man. That's right
Not
for you.
condoning
It's always been like that.
not condoning bullying though, just saying like I would be different now if I hadn't joined Ratpad. The way I found Ratpad was even like accidental because I was searching for a place to write lyrics, like exclusively write lyrics and not anywhere to post the lyrics. But I found Ratpad and I started writing. I noticed the battle like tab. Then I went in there and I did a random battle, figured out how that worked, and I worked and I found a random I found out of randomness, like I found the forums, and it all spiraled down from there. But like 2 years later, like
And 2 years later, I'm actually making decent music.
just and I'm rapping on beat. I have decent. I decent. When I say decent, I'm saying decent compared to like
The whole spectrum, like mainstream artists and like the worst of the worst. Like I have decent writing, decent recording, and stuff like that.
No, bro. Yeah, I get you. I mean, credit to Rapad for bringing people together like that. To be honest, but I mean, we're sounding like Rapad advertisements at the moment, right? So we should probably move on from Rapad musically. What's up?
Oh, all right, all right. Let's get into it. Okay. Oh, hit this next one, and this is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites.
Go for
Um,
it.
so what would you say would be your big inspiration in the music game?
Oh man. Well, it's fluctuated. I think at the beginning it was Eminem for obvious reasons. I mean, the guy, he was one of the first ones to really, 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 really put rap the heaviest on the mainstream. in my opinion. I guess you have guys like Outkast and all of this, but to this day, and Eminem holds like a lot of streaming records in rap music. So, it's probably Eminem first, and then as time passed and I started to discover other things, it was like Big Sean and like Kendrick, now JD, Earth Gang. Yeah, man, and it's just starting to I started to open myself up to a lot of different music that's also inspired me to go other places. Like I plan to take some singing classes at some point to expand the range of things that I can do because I have a lot of creativity that is a bit stagnant in terms of actual production that comes out of that creativity because I don't have certain skill set. I don't have certain skill set that would allow me to make certain type of music like singing. So
Okay.
I'll get
Sorry.
there.
I'm back. Sorry, my internet was bugging out. So what did I miss?
Yeah. So I was just explaining. Eminem was one of my first inspirations. Then I then as time passed, Vic Sean, Outkast, Earth Gang, Kendrick, JD now, and I was just letting you know that I want to learn how to sing. I want to get some classes in
Yeah.
to try to get better at that because I have a lot
wanna-
of ideas.
I want to learn how to sing like sometime within the next 5 years because even though I am like priding myself on being a rapper, I do think singing is, I can't say like essential, but it is like something big now. Like a lot of
Oh yeah.
rappers can also sing. Like you couldn't imagine a lot of rappers who can only do one or the other.
Right.
Like it's singing is like one of the most essential skills to become like a mainstream artist in
Oh
some
yeah.
form.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be honest, I'm not. I've always wanted to learn. When I was younger, my grandpa, my uncle, they're both musicians by by trade. My uncle played in a band for years since he was really young, and my grandpa can play piano, he can play accordion, he can play guitar, he can sing. And I when I was younger, I was trying to learn guitar, and I dropped it, and now recently I picked it up again to try to learn, and hopefully with that will come singing as well. So yeah, I mean, those in terms of like music that I think will inspire me once I start venturing outside of rap. Currently, is the Strokes. It's Radiohead. It's a lot of psychedelic rock, like for example,
Let
me
Sid
tell
Barrett.
you, if I had to say like a couple artists that are really influencing the type of music that I want to make, it's Earl Sweatshirt, Navy Blue, Mike.
Mm.
Mike is a big inspiration. Mike is such a good artist.
Like Mike Parker, or who
No,
are you talking
not
about?
Mike Parker. Like just simply Mike.
Mm. I should probably check him out because I'm not sure.
Yeah, because Navy Blue, he does similar music to Earl Sweatshirt, like in a lot of ways, but he's been making some really fucking like great music.
I see. I mean,
As-
I was a big Earl fan when I was younger. I was a big Odd Future kid. Actually, Tyler's probably
Earl?
one of my earliest inspirations. Yeah, I was a big Earl fan. My favorite verse is a verse of Rusty he has.
When I
It's
say
so
Earl, I'm
good.
talking like more modern stuff, like the some rap songs, like Feet of Clay type shit.
Oh wow. Well, I actually think his older stuff is much better than his new stuff. I think his new stuff is too one dimensional. If you've ever heard any of his older stuff, you should definitely check it out. I think you'll love it even more.
I've literally, I love Earl Sweatshirt so much. I've heard all of his albums front to back like 2 times at least.
Yeah, have you heard Rusty? His best verse is probably Rusty's.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I just
Mhm.
think the production on his newer work is like
Oh, okay.
the production on his newer work as well as like I think. Okay, here's one thing that I can recommend. Alchemist dropped an album recently, and it had it had a track featuring Navy Blue and Earl Sweatshirt like rapping back to back. It's called Nobles. You should check that one out because
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure I've
really
heard
like
it actually.
you've heard it.
Yeah, I do agree that the production has gotten better. And that's because he's been linking up with a lot of other people. But to me, I just think his lyrics back in the day were a little more refreshing, as well as the flows that he used to use. Obviously, he's kind of like put himself away from the style that made him who he was in the past. But
Uh,
that's a thing that artists do in their journey. So I mean, it's all good. But yeah, musically, to go back to what you were asking, those would have been my influences, man. To this day, I mean, I get a lot of Kendrick comparison, a lot of JID comparison, based on my inflections and flows. So
yeah.
those are the most
Oh,
noticeable ones.
Now,
oh,
one conversation I love getting into is what would you have done? Now, musically usually ask this question, but I thought I'd bring it up. What would you do if you weren't rapping?
Like, in what do you mean in terms of like just the
Like just
entirety of my life?
no, just like, you know how you want rapping? It's your dream job.
What would your dream job be? Like, what would you
Want to do for a job if you weren't rapping?
Well, I mean, my guy, honestly, my dream job, um, yeah, rapping would be fun. I mean, rapping would be it. I do it because I love it more so than wanting it to be a job. But
I just
if I
think
could have anything else,
personally, I think
Mhm.
that
a lot of like normal jobs, as some would call them, just a lot of like average 9 to 5, like either office jobs or like physical labor in terms of like jobs. I think I don't fit into a lot of those categories. I don't think I do well in a lot of those environments. And I think to make money doing something you love doing and that you have a very big passion for, I think that's one of the most satisfying things.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, yeah, great. Don't get me wrong. If I could make rap for a living, that'd be great. But seeing it as somebody who currently lives on their own and has kind of I have a job. I have a 9 to 5. I work from 5 in the morning to 2 p.m. Um, I it's not the most fun thing, but I know that it's part of a process. And I don't plan to stay here. But I mean, if I couldn't have music as a job, I will probably just end up being a social worker. But the biggest thing that I want to do with my life, other than music or anything, is I want to be a dad, and I want to be a damn good one. And I've always said that. Um, I had a great dad, but I also think that there were some things that could be tightened up, and I just think that I want to bring somebody to this world that appreciates what living is and what opportunities there are in the process of suffering and having fun and loving and having things and being alive and being conscious. So I mean, yeah, I mean, being a dad is number one to me, over rapping, over any other job. I don't care what I have to do. I'd do anything to have that be part of my life in the future. So there's that musically.
ah, that touched me deeply, what you said.
I appreciate it.
Wow. And the whole dad wish, I mean, I would definitely envision you as a father. That'd be beautiful.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I hope so. It's still some ways to go. It's a few years down the path, but I'm trying my best to learn what things I need to have in mind when it comes about. Hopefully, by the time I'm like 26 or so, I should be able to have my first kid.
That's good. That's good. Can't wait for the. Can't wait. All right. And this is one of my favorites too, because this kind of adds to my list. But do you have any dream collabs?
So, any dream? What? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Do you have any dream collaborations? Do you have any?
Wow, like something that like a track I could make with like a famous person that just has no clue that I exist. Um, sure. Or do you mean somebody that's attainable at the moment?
Any drink collab, rap had, famous people,
Wow.
any
Okay.
drink collab.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna have a dream collaboration, I would probably pick somebody that is 100% unreachable. So I think just because of my style and because I think it'd make a very interesting collaboration, I probably have somebody like Anderson Paak on my stuff, or rest in peace Mac Miller if he was alive. Um, yeah, those two would have been great. It's
Oh, good choices, especially Mac Miller. Mac Miller's really good.
Yeah, man. I listen to him all the time when I'm tripping. So
That's good. That's good. I'm gonna have to check him out more because I haven't seen a lot of his music lately. All right, and this one's a funny question because I like to see their stories about it. But have you ever gone through a writer's block?
yes, recently I went through a writer's block, and it was a heavy one too. I couldn't write anything, and I had some great beats. Bless my producers for like actually putting in work and sending me stuff. They always send me stuff really excited. People like Jake or Ash hitting me up, or Jay even with like beats. Um, and I had like 15 beats just sitting there that I couldn't I couldn't write on them. And the way I got over the writer's block was I tripped. I tripped. I tripped. I think it was like either some acid or some mushrooms, and when I got over it, I was hearing sounds in my head and these things that I could probably do in a beat, and I was fine. I was fine. I did all of that, and then I realized that I also sometimes if I have a writer's block, I just listen to music. I don't like my head. But when I was tripping, one of the tracks that I heard that really got me to like want to write again, and it was Chances, the Heart, and the Tongue. It was really wow, what an amazing track it was, and it really pulled me into not having that writer's block anymore. So yeah.
Oh, that's a that's amazing. And I think the trip was supposed to happen. I think it was like God telling you that you're gonna get through this writer's block, and He made that incident happen so you would get out of it. I think in His, I think that God wants you to get out of writer's block. I think it was destiny for you to get out of it. That part of
Yeah.
the trip happened.
I mean, to be honest, man, when I took that trip, not so much for the writer's block, I took it because I had some paranoia left from another trip that I wanted to resolve. And after tripping, I found a lot of things that made me feel a lot better, a lot of beliefs that I think reassure me. And yeah, I felt a lot happier after that trip. So another one coming soon, probably. I just don't know when, but that's where we're at.
Oh, that's exciting. And that sparks up a lot of writer blocks. Getting out of it is travel. I've noticed that when people travel, they get inspired again. That's really good.
Oh man, you got it all wrong. No, no, no. That's when I say trip, I
You
don't
mean
mean
like the other kind of trip? Do you
I
mean the
mean
other kind of trip?
I mean drugs, man. I took drugs. I took mushrooms. I took acid.
Oh, you mean that kind of trip?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I should have clarified. That's my bad. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're alcoholic.
No, 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 not so much alcohol. I took mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms and acid are a couple of the things that I've taken that I think have opened up my mind to a lot of things and have made me very wary of the world. And yeah, it feels like a superpower after you realize a lot of things that you wouldn't be able to notice without those substances. Um,
I
yeah,
I guess in your world, though, beneficial.
yeah, man, definitely. I mean, I don't know. Mushrooms have proved to be beneficial for people who have anxiety and depression, people who have addictions. If they're alcoholics, mushrooms usually help get rid of the addiction because it gives you a lot of. They're the doors to perception, man. They really do open up your mind to a lot of things that you wouldn't otherwise notice. So there's that.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah. Well, the tidbit, I kind of got confused by tripped, but that's a really unusual meaning of tripped. I really thought you meant you actually tripped and fell, and I thought you meant the other kind of trip where you
Oh
actually
no, bro!
travel.
No, 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 not at all, not at all. No, I get what you would think that though. So it's all right. I did travel not long ago. I traveled with my family and with my girlfriend, and it was a really great time.
Aw, that's
It
sweet.
was really fun though. Yeah, so that was great. We went to Puerto Peñasco, Mexico, and Rosarito. So that was really nice.
Ooh, that's exciting. Does your girlfriend know you take mushrooms?
Yeah, I mean, she's taken it with me a couple times.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, we have a good time. I mean, we don't like have in mind. We don't. I don't take them to party. I don't take them. They're not party drugs. To be honest, I don't even like to call them drugs. They're
Listen,
just yeah. They're an enhancer, man. They really do show you something that is really interesting and that is really introspective, and they teach you lessons that you don't think that you could get. And I think a lot of people get scared away because oh, they're illegal, but you know what, a lot of things were illegal, so a lot of things that aren't fair are illegal. You know, there's people back in the day, white people couldn't fuck black people, and that was illegal. So you know.
oh, right, right. Got you. All right. I kind of want to get into your style of music. So, let's start with your creative process. So, how do you write a song?
um well, you know, I it depends. Sometimes I have a conversation with the producer and I let them know what vibe I'm on, or I'll spit a verse or something, or sometimes my producers will just send me something. All the stuff that ends up in Spotify is stuff that is produced by my producers. All the stuff that ends up on SoundCloud and doesn't end up on Spotify, that might be stuff that I got from YouTube. So usually I grab a beat, I listen to it, and then I start spitting random shit on it. So by that I mean I make a bunch of noises that sound like words but aren't words. So like if I'm like, you know, uh like you know, it's a choppy flow, but and then you fill in with words. It's usually just for like patterns. It's just for having a rhythm and usually getting in there. In terms of writing, it really depends on what I'm making. I like to put in substance into my stuff. I like to put in writing everything that I feel in a way that makes it original to me. Like I have a track that is unreleased where I have. Let me. I'll read you some of the lyrics. Um, Walking on a rubber street, stepping like a newborn kid, enamored by the coloring. Oh, mother, do you know this bit? Even post this notion, I feel watched at every turn, at every light, at every turn, at every light. Please stop. And I'm prepared with my rock. Now to the chorus, my feet, and I couldn't even prepare. Visions of sticks into Eden. I'm talking circles around my fucking head. I feel my kidneys spinning in, and every human legend was a fable based upon my sin. I oppose. Lucy sank her teeth on me like cannibals. The feeling tilted walls and dug a hole inside my particles. And Moses parted seas, I say, whose he sticks part in all of us. And vow an oath and hidden in the crest of the light of all. So that was a verse that I wrote about an experience I had while I was high. While you know, I looked at the world from a different lens, and it has a lot of metaphors that are very low key and very a lot of speech that I think is very particular to me and that already matches a lot of the stuff that I've already created. So I write from a spot that is very genuine, I want to say. So listen to the beat.
Oh,
I'll make the flow up, and then I'll start throwing in stuff. I like to switch up the flow as much as possible. That's just part of what I do. Um, But eventually here I'll be making just like I'll drop a track where I'm just rapping, just to just to give something to the people who don't really like listening to the lyrics as much as I do.
Oh, I
Yeah, man,
see. But great
definitely.
process in how you write the songs. I can tell that you have a great process because you write good music. Good music equals good process, is what I say.
I hope so. I've made $5 out of my rap music, and I mean like 25 if you count the cipher I won on. I got a second place in rap had. So
Oh, I forgot you. I forgot. That's good. You made 25. I'm sure. That's amazing.
it's chill. I mean, I've also made I made some money from I think it was like $40 or $35 from BYOB. So I mean
Sweet.
something near $100 for music. So I mean it's something. It's more than some people get to say. So
That's good. I think Rowan is beating you.
cool. Yeah, Roan. I mean, man, I have a lot of strong feelings about Roan. Uh, I say a lot of things about Roan. It's like I don't know. I don't care how much money Roan makes off of music, off of like advertising his stuff, or if he creates a label or whatever. He's not gonna last. He's not that talented. I think that his writing is not good. I think
Oh,
that he's very corny. I think he's really cheesy.
oh,
Um, and I've told him he knows that he has no substance. I don't think he's capable of writing with any substance. He has a very mechanical mind, and his creativity in terms of writing and rapping is not. It's not where it is supposed to be for somebody who claims to be elite at what they do. Just because you can rap fast doesn't mean that you are actually genuinely talented. And that's where I'm at, and I'm genuinely growing as an artist. I'm trying to learn new things. I'm trying to hit in a way where I'm making stuff that genuinely hits a different demographic, and no amount of moves that Rowan makes, no amount of money that he spends on himself from his job. He's a grown man. He's a grown man essentially making little kid moves, and the fact that me being the age that I am, uh, I write a million times better than he could, and to be honest, I rap a million times better than he could. I mean, he says, I think he's told me once, he wrote down on another server. What did he say? He was like, I could wrap circles around you, and it's just funny to me because just because he can rap fast, it doesn't mean that he could write circles around me. I laugh at I've had conversations with a lot of people where we talk about his lyrics, and we just laugh. I mean, I could show you some of the stuff that he has, and it's just not good writing. It's just not good rounding. It's really corny. Uh, the whole everything he does, man. I think it's really corny. I just think it's really
oof.
corny. I look at the stuff he used to post. I actually had to unfollow him on Instagram because like looking at his stuff made me feel very weird. It wasn't. It's not good. It's
Oof.
just not good. And I don't care how good he is at producing. I mean, I'll give him his props for knowing how to produce and knowing how to mix. I don't think his mixers are that good. I don't think it's because his music's not good. I think it's because sorry, I don't think it's because his mixes are bad. It's because his music isn't good. Because I've heard him mix stuff for other rappers and I like it. I think he's mixed one track for me. Roses is mixed by him. And I paid for that. But yeah, man, there's a lot of things that are just a bit, shady for him, and I feel like if given the chance, he'll take advantage of anybody to get his music to blow up, and he can say that it's the game or whatever, or that that's the way that it goes. But I don't care. I appreciate integrity and artistry over, anything else that he could ever do apart from it. I mean, look, I mean,
Mm.
you look at his lyrics, man, and if you can look at his lyrics and tell me that he is a genuine lyricist or that he's genuinely good and that he's not corny, then I mean I don't know what to tell you because I don't know, man. He's just not good. He's just not good. I like Hyde. I like Placebo. I like Osiris. I have no clue why they work with Roan. I don't think he's good. I think
Whew.
and I've been saying this for a minute, man. I've been saying this for maybe a year or so. Um, and the one time I went to him and we have a song together. We have one song together, and I hate it, and it's mixed terribly. He mixed it. And
Oh.
he, and it's because he didn't know how to mix my vocals. He can say it was my quality or whatever. I don't know. Jay has never given me an underwhelming mix, and Jay has been mixing my stuff since I was 13 years old, dude. So I don't know. I
Oh.
don't know. I don't know what to tell you. He has this one song, and I thought one of his fucking lyrics are like something about cops and then no porky pig, and I was like,
Oh.
bro, what is that? Look, he says, pull up on your block. You won't see me later. No porky pig.
Oof. That's terrible.
That is terrible. It's horrible. It's
Doesn't make sense. Well.
yeah. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's yeah. No, all these people thinking they dope, but steady snacking on shrooms. What is that supposed to mean?
Oh.
He's probably never tripped. He has no clue what he's talking about. He's just rapping
Yeah.
to rap. He has no purpose as a rapper. He does not make bangers. He does not do anything. And he could come at me and say, "Well, you don't make bangers." But my shit has substance. My shit is not built to be a banger. I'm not trying to make a banger. The one time I tried to make a banger, it came out as a banger, and it was exactly that. And every other time, I'm there making music for substance.
Oh.
I'm not willing to switch to be somebody that I am not. And that guy is not the cocky piece of shit that he think he is. So
All right.
sorry, that was a long rant, but I've been saying this for a year and people think I'm
No, no,
joking.
no, no.
So
That's okay. That's okay. In fact, I really needed that. I really needed that. I really needed a strong opinion about him.
yeah man. Yeah, man.
It was very needed. So no worries about that. No need to apologize. It was very useful, especially to rappers out there who think about collaborating. At least you gave them a little heads up.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could collaborate with him. I'm sure that he could be a great help. I'm sure that he could. I mean, maybe he has money that he can offer to people. Maybe he has connections that he has. By all means, dude. If you have more talent than him and you want to use him for a step up, do it because he's a bozo.
Okay. For the sake of me and hopefully Ron does not hate me. Let's move on. Um,
Sure.
let's move on from Ron for a second. Last question before we get to some action. How would you describe your music?
My music, as of lately, has been a little darker, a little more psychedelic. It has been a little weirder, I would say. But typically, I'm a rapper's rapper. I like making stuff that has an interesting flow. Some stuff that you might have not heard, stuff that you're not used to. I like making people uncomfortable with the way I make my stuff. And if I want to rap, I can rap. I can write bars if I want to. Typically, I don't really try that hard to do so because I know that my writing itself has enough substance to get away with not having the punchlines of a battle rapper, But other than that, it's just it could be boom bap, it could be psychedelic, it could be hype shit. I've made a track where I'm just screaming like a motherfucker. I'll do anything, and I'm trying to learn how to sing. So soon enough, I'll be making stuff that's not even rap.
Ooh, I would love to see you. I would love to see you sing. I actually do sing. A lot of people don't know that, but I actually do sing. Before rapping, I was a singer, so I would love to see you
I mean, I'd love to
sing.
hear some of your stuff.
I actually have never recorded singing, but I've done choir. I've done like all types of singing, low singing, high singing. I have done all types of. I've done many types of singing. It's something I used to do before rapping and singing. I wanted to be a singer, but it's something I might still do. I'm not really sure at the moment, but I do sing. I do sing.
That's cool as hell, man. Congrats.
Thank you, and hopefully one day I'll actually record singing, and maybe we'll collaborate if I ever record. Who knows?
Sure thing. Sure thing, man.
Who knows? Hopefully you don't charge for features.
You know, if I like you, I don't. So you're fine. I'll do a track with you if your stuff is good, man. If you got some good singing in there.
Oh, good. Okay, just it's good to have you on my good side then.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people all the time. Look, and I don't charge a lot for people. I mean, it really does depend. I should probably charge, put my feature cost up. But if I like the person or if they have a decent platform, I don't care. I'll make music with them. But typically I do have to like the stuff, or at least they have to be my friends. I will never put anybody on my song if they're not good, but I'd be more than happy to throw on a good feature on somebody who, you know, is working to get better, as long as I know that they're actually trying to get better. So
Oh, cool. That's good to know. That's good to know. All right. I think everybody has been waiting for something fun.
okay, what's the move?
But firstly, first before we do that, updates. So what has been going on with your life since I last talked to you? Since we last talked, what has been happening in your life?
Um, you know, I got a new job. Have been through maybe like three different jobs, and I finally found one that I'm a little more comfortable with. Working from home, um, you know, getting a decent amount of money, going on vacation pretty soon. My parents are gonna renew their vows, so that's pretty cool. Um,
Oh,
yeah, man, it's pretty sweet. And then yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for the year to start coming to a close because that's when I'll be able to apply for FAFSA and go to college. So we'll see where that goes. And yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for things to open back up so I can try to perform here. I live near LA, so I think out of anybody that's in Rap Head, I think that I have the greatest chance of just bare talent to go and perform and get a crowd to take a look at me. So
that'd be cool. In the performing thing, that's in the near future.
that's really close by. I mean, I live maybe like 40 minutes away from LA. I live in Anaheim. The only reason it's 40 minutes is because there's so much traffic. But if it wasn't traffic, dude, it would be like 20 minutes. So yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you for that update. Thank you. It's been like I think you only appeared once in the first episode, but that was like an eon back. It was like way back. Anyways, to move on, it's time for you to showcase your musical talent in the way of rapping it out, because a lot of people need to see what you got.
of course, sure thing. You can do that. I got a little verse I wrote for my homie Phila. Um, it's not out yet, but I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna spit the verse that I wrote for the feature. So let me know. Can you hear me?
Awesome.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah,
hear me? Okay, over
all
here.
good.
All right. So that shit says. Small signals in a tower, window with a toss, and it's drowned like a stroke bender in a town. Spirit like endowed, woman got them all wishing wrong on another man, present all the other good lesson. Oh, all of that, puto si no va, se le cae la cara de vergüenza a su mamá. In here, rock star, baby, like a car star. Rock you with a hook, brush, Javier, when I post up, baby. You not cycling enough. Aren't strong when I spit, cause I stand like I belong. All the waiting do belong. I'm everywhere you need. I'm not stereo on this song. You a killer, this about sale. It's a stint when I pull up. Debe ser, I'm the Lord in the day for this song. For this, the same as the name is. Oh, man. Nami.
Wow, that was good.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man. That's I wrote that a minute ago. Really, like maybe a few days ago, not even a week ago. And obviously, it's long.
Oh,
It's a pretty fast paced verse, especially on the beat. So we're a little out of breath. I've been I gained some weight too, so my capacity's a little it's a little fucked up.
oh,
But yeah, no, definitely. Things have changed since last time we talked. I was like 145 pounds, and right now I am definitely not close to that. So
cool. Wow, that's
been
heavy.
eating good, man. That's what happens when you get a good girl into your life that likes to cook and cooks really good.
That's good. That's good. Your life looks so good so far.
Yeah, my life is a lot better than Roan's. I don't care how much money he has, dude. He's so
Yes.
lonely. He's so
Oh yes.
lonely.
Oh yeah.
I hope he hears this shit, man. I don't.
Maybe I haven't heard from him in a while, so I don't even know if he listens to this anymore. He recently did. I think he did an interview with a magazine, and then he did a thing with Ely Waves. So I don't really know much about him anymore. So it's me.
Mm, yeah, man. Good for him.
But thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much, and it's been such an honor to get to see you again. This has been so exciting and so wonderful.
Hey, man, it was a good time. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to speak to me, and good luck with whatever you go on with on this podcast. I was happy to see that you guys got that one big guest a few days ago. I forget the name, but it's really cool that you guys got him to come over here and talk a bit.
Oh, thank you very much, and also props to you and your Discord server. I didn't know you guys had one.
Yeah. Oh, that's the A star community. By the way, that is a good thing to give some promotion to right now. Actually, now that I think about it, um, we have a project that it's been a little slow right now because I'm making a few moves that are a bit under the table. I haven't really talked to much people about it. I have Hyde as one of the coaches selected for it, but essentially this is the A Star project. This will be a competition that will last about 2 months. So it will have four different coaches. Each coach will have eight different students, and after every round, uh, two people will be eliminated. On the third round, one person will be eliminated. The winner will take a prize home that will average about $400 probably. That will allow for them to purchase some equipment, or maybe we might get them some equipment instead of getting them the actual money. Each round will have a different dynamic. But really, the viewership gathered through the process of finding the right coaches and participants is the main source of potential for the platform. So by that I mean, like, if we are able to get, if a coach that has 2,000 people that listen to that person, will get maybe an amount of like 10,000 people. If 20% of that viewership of each coach comes in and listens, it'd be it'd be huge because we'd get that people listening, and hopefully in the future, if we have enough following, we can create ads, and with ads money comes, and with more money that means we can pay coaches in the future, and hopefully pay bigger coaches, people with more viewership, and hopefully create some traction and therefore some revenue that would be spent on their content, personalities, online interactions. Will have the ability for live performances for us, and hopefully create a community that will be capable to interact with each other and collaborate. So we're looking to have skilled administrators that make sure that the growth that we have is heading in the right direction by keeping tabs on statistics like view that is uploaded, preferred personalities that would be determined by polls, schools. Oh, there it is.
All right. So, tell us more about this A-star thing that you said.
Yeah, so as it pertains to A Star, it will be a competition that will have 4 different rounds, and each round will have a different dynamic. We'll have 4 coaches, no, and each coach will have 2 students under them. They will pick the student. The student will actually have the opportunity to rap in either an a cappella verse or show them a verse that it was already recorded. And the coaches will write down the names of some people that they're interested in. And within those coaches, they'll decide who they'll grab. We'll decide what some tiebreakers will be if the coaches both want the same artist. We'll see what we'll do about that. But no, I'll give you some exclusive stuff into the program. So for the first round, the dynamic's going to be a song over one of the coach's beats. So say if Hyde is my coach, he'd have to provide me with one of the beats that he's used, and I would rap over it. And each student would do that for all 4 coaches, and essentially the losers of those of that section of that round would get eliminated.
Ooh.
And then go into the next round. And the winner would take an estimate of about $400. We're still looking at it. We're still looking at it in terms of how we're gonna get that money. I mean, I am thinking of putting quite a bit of it from my own pocket, but we're looking at other alternatives as well, so I don't have to take such a huge hit. But you know what? I'm willing to do it because to me it's an investment, and I do believe in this idea genuinely. Um, the viewership gathered through the process of finding the right coaches and participants is really the main source of potential for the platform, because viewership means potential for ad revenue, and then ad revenue would mean for us that we could put money into the program without taking such a big hit for myself or for anybody that decides to invest. I am willing to allow like people to invest with me, and I'll be able to create documents for them so that they know that they have some type of ownership at least per season. We'll look into that. I'm still trying to get the sharper details done, because it is such a big deal. It is such a big and I think a very ambitious project, but I think it's really doable, and I think I can exploit the fact that we're doing everything online now. Discord, we could really get streaming content that people will be interested in. So what we have to offer as an idea as a project is insight into hip hop culture, uncensored content, personalities, online interaction, the ability for live performances, and hopefully a community that will be capable to interact with each other and collaborate, whether that's musicians or just fans. So we'll have hopefully skilled administrators that make sure that the growth that we make is heading in the right direction by keeping tabs on statistics like viewers gain depending on the content that is uploaded, preferred personalities defined by polls, viewership of ads we might use to get the program to grow, etc., etc. So this really all starts by putting all the community that we already have contact with. So Rapad, so Rap It Out, any community that we are, they are
Oh.
getting a shot at participating with A Star. So the very beginning of making this program into something that will be a valuable asset to artists starts with the communities we already have active. I want to make sure that we are resourceful, the connections that are active as much as possible, so that when money comes into play and I invest into it along with whoever to put time into this project with me, we are 100% sure that we have done everything with the least pocket expense as possible to maximize any earnings that we might have. So the way we bring in people is if a coach has 2,000 listeners and we have 4 coaches, that's 10,000 listeners, right? Completely different artists. We're gonna get them from SoundCloud, from RapPad. We're gonna get them from Bandcamp. We're gonna get them where I'm gonna be looking everywhere, and I have been looking everywhere, and I have gotten a lot of people that could be potential coaches, but I want to make sure that I'm picking the right people. Even if 20% of each of the fan bases for the coaches showed up, we'll still have some viewership that is worth it. And I'm going to make sure that we have content that is high end enough to keep people in. So that's something that has taken some time. I have had announced the project for a while now. We haven't gotten started on anything in terms of like the actual process of getting people or any dates. but we've had some polls ready. We've had some people come in and take a few surveys to so we could have an idea who might be joining in. Um, yeah, I mean, and we have a lot of really cool stuff that I think coaches would do great and take advantage of if they only just decided to join. Um, I think it's a huge opportunity for artists that want to be better and hopefully gain the prize that would be worth their time. Because I didn't want to start this with $50. I wanted to start this with something big, so that we could bring some real talent in here and show everybody that we're for real. Because I think Rap Pad has had a lot of projects come out of it that did not last and that did not have any durability. But I'm gonna invest in this and make sure that it works out, because if it does work out, we could have a huge network for coaches, for the participants in the competition, and just networks for small artists and for fans to connect together. And Discord is such a great avenue for that. So we'll have all of that stuff available through Twitch, through YouTube, through Instagram, through Twitter, and we'll have some people who are going to be great at administering this working. So, yeah, that's a huge project that I think people should keep an eye out for. And yeah, they'll have a good time if they just decide to take a look.
Oh wow, that sounds so exciting. Y'all need to sign up.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Nai, thank you so much for that. It sounds so exciting, and I'll talk to you later about recommendations later.
Yeah, of course, do that, man.
Awesome. All right. Now this is called the end credits and quoting. This is your time to do any shout outs, any last words, any advice you want to give to others that are just starting out as musicians. Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Matter. Shout out to my boy El Gimp. I made a track with him. A lot of people didn't quite like, but you know what? Love the guy. He's the homie. Shout out Danielle, who makes my cover art. That's my girlfriend. And shout out to you for inviting me, man.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And thank you for coming and taking your time out to do this. You had a whole thing planned and you still took the time out to do this. That's so wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate your time, really.
I love having rappers like you and fantastic ones like you come over. It's amazing.
I appreciate it, man. Do my
No
very
problem.
best.
Yeah. And y'all check out Nami. He's amazing. Check out the program and really consider joining. It's really good.
Yeah, hit me up on
Sounds
nami.sd on IG. Yeah, A Star community. And we have an IG as well for A Star. I need to get you the ad for that though, really, to be honest. Because it's so new. I mean, everything that I'm doing right now, it's ace.star.brand, hip hop embellishment. Okay, so ace.star.brand. That's the ad for IG. Make sure to follow that.
awesome. Y'all do that. And y'all check us out on social media as well. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. And stay tuned for more and more to come. And this has been a good one. Um and I don't have anything else unless he has anything else. I will see you guys very soon. And everybody has a good one. And yeah, bye everybody.